Hello guys and welcome back to another video for our Kotlin tutorial. Today we are going to discuss about variables in Kotlin. So let's see. Variables in Kotlin, as you can see in here, it is clearly defined what is variables. A variable in Kotlin is a named storage location in memory that holds a value. We can store a value inside the named storage location of our memory. We can name a storage location of our memory and assign a value inside of it. So it allows you to store, retrieve, and manipulate data during program execution. We can store, we can retrieve them, those values that we are assigning to the variable, and we can manipulate or work with them. Suppose we have x and y as a variables. We are having 5 into x variable, and for y we have 10. If we are performing some operations on them, like addition, we are getting our result as a 15. We can work with them, manipulate them, and they are stored in our memory. So variables in Kotlin, they can be mutable or immutable. Mutable variables, which we can use the var keyword for them, they are changeable, and we can, once we are assigning a value for them, we can change them later on. In next line we can change them. But for immutable variable that we can use the val keyword for them, we cannot change them or update them in the next line or anywhere in our program. As we can see in here, the definition of immutable and mutable, which we are using val and var keywords for them. Val keyword, immutable, once assigned it cannot be changed, and var keyword, which is mutable, it can be updated, or its value will be updated. So variables must have type in Kotlin. Unlike other programming languages, implicitly we are not using any type, any data type, and it will be in compile time. The compiler will understand what is the type of our variables, but we can assign them explicitly. In the below example, we are using from explicitly type of variables that we are assigning the data type explicitly for them, and I have clearly used two types of declaring variables by val keyword and var keywords, that they are mutable and immutable. At the first example, first line, we have used val keyword, and country is the name of our variable, then a colon, and data type, this is the type of data, a string, equal to Germany, which will be the value of our variable that we have assigned it inside of the country. Country is variable, it is holding this Germany as its value. It's a memory location, value is Germany. So in second example, var keyword, which is immutable, that we can change them later on in our program in next line, suppose. So in here, population is the name of our variable, then colon, the type of our data that we have used integer in here, int. Unlike other programming languages, it is I in capital, but in other programming languages it is in a small letter. Equal to, it is the integer value we should use according to our data type, otherwise it will be an error. So a bunch of integer numbers that we are assigning them inside population. So it will be mutable, and in next line we can change it as value. So this is all about variables, that I have defined everything about the variables. See you guys in the demo section, and we will play some code with them. Now we're going to create a new project. Click on file, new, and on project, select your language as Kotlin. In here, name your project variable. That's it. Click on create. Here is the default template. Read them all. So now I'm declaring two variables for you by using a val keyword and var keyword, and I would show you what is the difference between val and var. Name val is the keyword for immutable variable, and name is the name of our variable, then the type of our variable, which is a string, then it is value, which would be your name. So we have successfully declared it and assigned a value to our variable, which is name, and its value is Bahman, which is the name of a person. It can be a name, and a string is the type of its variable, that variable. And now by using var keyword, I'm gonna declare a variable age, and its type is integer, which is in capital letter, I is in capital letter, and its value is some integer number, which is 25, the age of a person. Now in here I am going to show you what is the difference between val and var. Now in here I'm going to change the value of name, which is the name of a person. Okay, name equal to, suppose inside double quote, Behrouz. This cause an error. Val cannot be reassigned. It is an error that it is not allowed that we have used val keyword. It will cause an error by our compiler, so we cannot use this. So now if I change the age variable, the value of age variable to 20, I can do that. See, I can do that. The difference between these two is this: var is used for if we want to change its value later on in next line or anywhere else in your program, but in val you cannot change it. So if I use var in here as well, name equal to Behrouz, so now I can do that because I have used var keyword. So now in here I am going to show you what else we can do. I am going to declare two variables and show you the addition of two variables, sum of two variables. Let's see, var x equal to 5, var y equal to 10. As you can see, without declaring its types in here explicitly that I have done, you can use the short code and let the compiler to recognize what is the type of this variable. And if you need sometimes in your program, you can explicitly assign it as, explicitly declare it as type. Otherwise you can avoid from that, no problem if you use or not. So I'm going to declare another variable as result, and the value would be the result of this two variable, x plus y. This much easy. As you can see, it is taking the result of them. I have not used some number in it, but it is using it is result. I have used two operands and one operation inside of our result, which will our result will get the result of these two numbers, addition of these two numbers, 5 and 10. Now I'm going to print its value, the result value, println the result of x and y is, as you can see in here, I have used $sign. If we are going to print our result, a variable inside of a quotation, we should use a $sign to avoid from error. And if we want to use it in outside, we can easily do that without using $sign. And let's run our program and see in console what is the result of these two numbers. It's taking time to show. Okay, as you can see in console in here, the result of x and y is 15. X is 5 and y is 10. It is 15. Okay, let's print those two variables in up the top. So it is name and age. let's print them. And see, as you can see, I have not used any $sign, so I can do it without that. Let's run our program and see what is the, yeah, in here the result is 15, name is Bahman, age is 25. So congratulations, we have successfully ran our program. That it is a small program for adding two numbers. We will do a lot of things with Kotlin. We will run a lot of applications. So thank you guys. It was all about variables, and I have clearly show you what is the variables and how we can work with them, how we can use. We have learned about var, val, and all these topics. So see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help us for creating other programming tutorials for you guys.